Have you all felt the feeling of, coming as an outsider in the industry, and how do you all work with it? Do you all feel intimidated maybe at an event, or have you all felt that in a party or any place?
दिस इनसाइडर आउटसाइडर डिबेट जब ये 3-4 साल 5 साल पहले जब शुरू हुआ था तो हर इंटरव्यू में ये सवाल पूछा जाता था. आई डोंट सी इट दैट वे. आई जस्ट सी ऑल ऑफ दिस इज नॉइज मोस्टली फ्रॉम पीपल हु आर आउटसाइड द पेरिफेरी. मुझे लगभग 20 साल हो गए टेलीविजन एंड फिल्म्स मिला के. 10 years of television, 10 years of films. So अगर ये insider outsider वाली चीज़ ज़रा भी सच होती तो मैं यहाँ नहीं बैठा होता. अगर आप अच्छे से काम करते हैं, अगर आप ईमानदार हैं तो आपको उसका सवाब मिलेगा.
Have you imagined that if this film had not happened, what was your next plan? What was your plan B?
There is no plan B.
There was no plan
I was going to die in Bombay, trying to become an actor. Yeah. This is my calling.
ऐसा लगा कि अच्छा अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाएगा ये फिल्म, नीचे ही जाने वाला है, सब गलत ही हो रहा है. बट that smile on your face, वो आटे की चक्की में आप फिर भी काम कर रहे हैं. That tell us what was your favorite scene?
आटा चक्की जैसे आपने कहा, जो पूरा एक चंक था वो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है. I also love the entire interview sequence जहाँ पे ये मुझे लेटर भी देती हैं and I go out there and then there is that sudden fearlessness within the boy. वो अपनी टाई का बटन खोलता है, जूते निकालता है and then he's already liberated.
Yeah.
ये सारी चीजें जो है वो हाइंडसाइट में देख के लग रहा है कि आई थिंक these are things that are so special. Hi guys, I'm Vikrant Massey.
Hi, I'm Medha Shankr.
And you're watching us on
Bollywood Hungama.
It is very rare for us to celebrate 25 weeks of a film's success. But why is this film so special? Well, कुछ लोग कहेंगे क्योंकि हर एक सीन में आपको किसी ना किसी चीज़ की याद आती है, हर एक फ्रेम में आप खो जाते हैं, हर परफॉर्मेंस में आपको प्यार होता है इन दो शख्स से. आई एम सो ग्लैड टू हैव सेलिब्रेटेड 12th फेल, ये फिल्म का आज सिल्वर जुबली. गाइस, हाय, हाउ आर यू ऑल डूइंग? बॉलीवुड हंगामा पर आपका स्वागत है. एंड बस दिल में बस गए हैं आप दोनों. You all know that, right? Of course. This is not new information for sure.
No, that's really kind of you to say that. But yeah, I think 25 weeks, silver jubilee. ये silver jubilee, golden jubilee, ये शब्द I think बहुत सालों से हमने सुने नहीं हैं. And it is such a moment of great honor and pride for the both of us and everyone from this team, to witness this day because as I said, बहुत कम होता है ऐसा.
So please correct me if I'm wrong. जहाँ तक मुझे मालूम है ये फिल्म कम से कम 1000 थिएटर्स में रिलीज हुई थी. It was made with a budget of about 20 to 25 crore and it was known as what is termed as a silent hit. Sleeper hit. कुछ 69 करोड़ वर्ल्ड वाइड इसने कमाए. एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली OTT पर आते ही पहले 3 दिन में इस फिल्म ने मतलब कुछ अलग कर दिया. इट वाज समथिंग एल्स. How was the reaction for y'all when y'all were seeing your fans, people around you, family? How was it for y'all?
The collections and the numbers are one thing and I'm very happy about that. But when the film released on OTTs, when I first hand tasted what you call success or love from people directly, because like you said, within 3 days of it releasing on OTT on Hotstar, it became massive and everyone was just talking about 12th fail. It was everywhere on the internet and that is when I felt like, oh okay, now something is happening. And the outpouring of love from people on the internet and otherwise was just, it still is, it's incredible and it's unprecedented. Like I can say that when I step out, people recognize and people want to take pictures. So yeah, it's completely changed my life for sure. But yeah, I'm very happy with the way people have responded to the film.
Vikrant, we'd love to know for you.
It's been phenomenal. I think Medha has put it so beautifully. Cinemas में जब film आई थी, I think by Monday is when people started flocking cinema halls and we started realizing as to yes, I think we've done something decently well, which is resonating with people. And as she said, post its OTT release, I think it became a door-to-door medium. And that's when, the magnitude of it really hit us.
Yeah.
And to have a film, it's almost 6 months. to have a film running on OTT easily at your disposal, but still hitting 25 weeks in cinema halls is unprecedented, and that gives us so much of joy. You know, we are so happy, we are so grateful to the audiences, most importantly, कि आज भी, in fact, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हम PVR में थे, we were celebrating 25 weeks. There were so many people there wanting to go and watch 12th Fail. So for a morning show.
Yeah.
And that's unprecedented success.
And these are also the people who have already watched
Already
the film
watched
5
it.
times.
Correct.
Already
correct.
watched
Yeah.
it 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, and very seldom do you get to witness these things.
Did you all also get a chance to see how many reels have been made of people's perspective of some of your
some
scenes?
Yeah, yeah.
मतलब वो जूते जो घिसे हैं
Yes.
उसकी क्या कहानी लोगों ने बनाई है? आप लोग ने कुछ देखा? Anything that you all would like to share?
काफी कुछ देखा, right? काफी कुछ, but I mean, at the cost of sounding pompous, इतना कुछ मटेरियल बनाया है कि सारा नहीं देख पाए हैं. पर जो भी देख पाए हैं, that really warms our heart. And अभी भी, you know, and the number of views, like 50 lakh views, 40
it's
lakh
crazy.
views, you know, some 20-30,000 comments under those reels. तो वो आप सब तो नहीं देख पाते हैं.
Yeah.
But at least you kind of, because of statistics, you know, you can gauge कि how widely it has reached people.
Guys, how important is a film like this in an actor's life?
It's very important. I mean, this is my first film, so all I can say is that it's a true blessing for me to start my journey in the movies with a film like this, because it's resonated with people. I mean, at the end of the day, see, I'm the kind of actor, my priority in life, my intention with every film is that I want to move people in whatever way possible, whether by making them laugh or making them cry or motivate them or inspire them, however, just make a change or impact them in some way on an emotional level. And this film has done all of that. So this film is just, I think more such films should be made that tug at your heartstrings, and then you go and watch it 5 times in theaters, and it motivated you to do better in life. So it's incredible.
And I want to just add to what Medha just said, because she's one film old, but we've seen you do some class apart cinema. Death in the Ganj. Look at the films that we're
Haseen
talking
Dilruba.
about. Haseen Dilruba, Dil Dhadakne Do. My question to you is that, is it always possible for you to choose, films that you resonate with more than the pressure that comes about मसालेदार film बनाओ, फिर ही hit होगी, फिर ही आप star बनोगे, superstar बनोगे?
No, there are a lot of conversations that happen. There are so many permutations and combinations that go into making a film. And thankfully, I don't go beyond my domain, which is performance in front of the camera. So that is for the producer to sit back कि कितना मसाला डालना है, कितना तड़का डालना है. मैं ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं देता उस पे. And of course, because as I said, data is so freely available today. We are in the age of information. तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें आप informed decisions लेते हैं. But right at the outset, I think, when I get a script and when I have to sort of decide whether I want to give it my time and energy, I primarily look at the human context to it. Matlab, how relatable is it, or is it a human story that I want to put my energy into? Is it something that I want to talk about? And then the rest of the permutations and combinations follow. But my primary aim remains, even in case of the films you mentioned, like 12th Fail to begin with, Haseen Dilruba, Dil Dhadakne Do, these and A Death in the Ganj, and these, or whether it is my OTT work, whether it was Mirzapur or Criminal Justice, the idea was to go out there and tell a common man's story. And unfortunately, in the age of instant entertainment, in the age of reels, in the age of shorter formats, attention spans हमारे कम हो गए हैं, and we more often tend to do things which grab eyeballs. So which is great, but something that stays with you is my priority. I want you to walk out of the cinema halls taking the film back home with you, or probably, as Medha said, if it inspires you, if it speaks the story that you want to tell, if it sort of represents you in some way, that remains my priority. Sometimes you hit the mark, sometimes you don't, but I think that's the journey of life. Stagnancy भी अच्छी चीज नहीं है. एंड तो हर तरह के एक्सपीरियंसेस होने चाहिए.
I'll tell you what I loved about this film. I loved the fact that it is a story of a struggle that we all want to see this man win. But there were no low points. हर बार जिस तरीके से आप restart करते हैं, what a great word this is. It felt like, you know, ऐसा लगा कि अच्छा अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाएगा ये फिल्म, नीचे ही जाने वाला है, सब गलत ही हो रहा है. But that smile on your face, वो आटे की चक्की में आप फिर भी काम कर रहे हैं. That tell us what was your favorite scene?
There are many. See, हम लोग जब काम कर रहे होते हैं तो एक थर्ड पर्सन पर्सपेक्टिव से देखना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. Because you are right in the middle of it, right in the thick of action, and you know वो ये सारी चीजें आपको हाइंडसाइट में समझ आती हैं. तो आटा चक्की जैसे आपने कहा, you know, so many people have walked up to us. They've reached out to us over emails and, you know, messages and direct conversations that Aata Chakki really sort of stood out for them, and especially men. A lot of men, like across all age, you know, age limit अगर आप कहें तो मतलब वो 80 साल के लोग भी आए हैं और वो 15 साल का लड़का भी आया है, and they've expressed what they felt after watching those sequences. तो आटा चक्की एक जो पूरा एक चंक था वो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है. आई ऑल्सो लव द एंटायर इंटरव्यू सीक्वेंस जहाँ पे यू नो ये मुझे लेटर भी देती हैं, आई गो आउट देयर एंड देन देयर इज दैट सडन फियरलेसनेस विद इन द बॉय. वो अपनी टाई का बटन खोलता है, जूते निकालता है, एंड देन ही इज ऑलरेडी लिबरेटेड. तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो है वो हाइंडसाइट में देख के लग रहा है कि या आई थिंक यू नो दीज आर थिंग्स दैट आर सो स्पेशल. And probably that is the reason why people have really sort of, you know, given this film their heart.
Medha, my question to you is, how important is 257 rupees for you?
Oh my God, I really have to say that how these things become
What's
news
the
out of
story?
context. Oh my God. So basically there was some interview I was giving, and I think from this interview only that I had given with her, where I said 2020 was a very difficult year for me,
Yeah.
when I fully broke. I only survived because I was living with my father, which happens for most actors.
people,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
cannot survive in Bombay.
Absolutely.
So I just they asked me so I just said कि there was in my bank account I had 257. It was COVID. I had nothing, no work, nothing. All my savings had exhausted. That has become news, and people have walked up to me saying, "Now you have 257 crore rupees, na?" And I'm like, "Listen, guys,
यार अगर है तो
relax.
मुझे दे दो यार."
ये क्या हो रहा है? But yeah, it became news.
Everyone wants to know these stories, you know.
Yeah.
ये कुछ
No,
नहीं
but
था.
like that became like a thing, as if I'm तो मतलब इतना नहीं है, guys, इतना struggle नहीं था जितना आप सोच रहे हो.
But have you imagined that if this film had not happened, what was your next plan? What was your plan B?
there is no plan B.
There was no plan
I
B.
was going to die in Bombay, trying to become an actor. Yeah. This is my calling. This, see, it's not. I never wanted to become an actor because glamour or beauty or people give you attention. No, it was never because of that. I wanted to become an actor because I realized that I'm just born to do this. I will not be happy anywhere else. And I've always focused on the craft part of it.
Yeah.
I have not focused on other things. So for me, there was no plan B. For my father, there was, because I had done my master's. So I used to tell my father about 2 more years. So he used to feel कि हाँ नहीं होगा तो चलेगी. But in my head, I was like, कुछ ना कुछ कर ही लूँगी, इतना कुछ तो कर ही लूँगी. तो ये फिल्म नहीं होती टचवुड, बट तो कुछ और होता.
So she in our interview told us how much she got in her 12th exams, and we don't want to repeat it because ऐसे scholar लोगों से हम बात नहीं करते. आपको कितने मिले थे 12th?
मुझे 58% आए.
ये है. We can now relate.
Yes.
We can now
58%
relate. 58%.
I could have done better, but I'd already started working at that time. तो जितना भी टाइम निकाल पाया मैं एग्जाम्स दे भी दिए मैंने. मुझे अभी लगता है कि कैसे कर दिया मैंने.
Guys, but it's so beautiful because we're not just celebrating 12th fail. We're celebrating a journey of 2 individuals who I'm sure people watching us know that, you know, y'all deserve to be where y'all are, and with no backing, no support. My question to y'all is that, have you all felt the feeling of, you know, coming as an outsider in the industry, and how do you all work with it? Do you all feel intimidated maybe at an event, or have you all felt that in a party or any place?
See, I'll tell you, in my experience, people have been really kind.
Oh, nice.
You do feel, because when you go to events, you don't know people, right? So that is something that you will feel even if you, as a normal person, you go to a party where you don't know people.
Yeah.
You'll still feel like a little lonely. So even at events, you do feel that because you don't have friends. But I think this film has become so massive. People
Yeah.
have deeply loved us so much that people really, I would say, people have been very kind to me. Like people, these actors, directors, they have walked up to me to say, "We loved your work, Medha," and I would just be spellbound for a minute. Ki, "Oh, this person has just walked up to me to tell me that they've loved my work." So I would say people have been really kind to me. It is intimidating. I wouldn't say it's intimidating. You do feel lonely because it will take you some time to make friends. It'll
Sure.
take you some time, and also I'm not very outgoing, so I don't know when that will happen. But no, I would say people have been quite
That's
kind
lovely.
to me. Yeah.
Vikrant?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would say the same. People have been really generous. They've been very kind. You know, this insider outsider debate जब ये 3-4 साल 5 साल पहले जब शुरू हुआ था तो हर इंटरव्यू में ये सवाल पूछा जाता था. I don't see it that way. I just see all of this is noise mostly from people who are outside the periphery. मैं अगर yes, I don't, or when I started off, I didn't have any backing, but I had myself, I had my skill set, and people respected that.
Yeah.
And here I am sitting celebrating 25 weeks of 12th fail. मुझे लगभग 20 साल हो गए, you know, television and films मिला के. 10 years of television, 10 years of films. So अगर ये insider outsider वाली चीज़ ज़रा भी सच होती तो मैं यहाँ नहीं बैठा होता. So if you're good at your job, if you respect people, if you respect people's time and efforts, and if you're sincere with your job, whether you're an insider or an outsider, and in fact sometimes we've seen otherwise as well. You know, people who are deeply entrenched within the film fraternity, they don't do the things that I mentioned above. They are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
So it's just how you value people's time, respect your work, and how sincere are you with your craft is what gets you where you want to be. And I've always said this thing, you know, this is one of the most, or rather the most democratic, robust community of people. The film industry, the Hindi film industry,
Yes.
if I can say so. तो यहाँ पे अगर you know अगर आप अच्छे से काम करते हैं, अगर आप ईमानदार हैं, तो आपको उसका सवाब मिलेगा.
And I would really like to add to that because I have for some reason become this symbol of because outsider making in a big film, in her first film, because so many girls have walked up to me saying, I am so happy that somebody that I can relate to has, you know, ended up in a film like this and performed so well. So I really want to give people hope by saying that, like he said, if you're sincere at your job, if you're a good actor, if you're doing all the right things, work will come to you. It may take time, it may take longer than it may take somebody else who has connections, which is okay, it's fair only.
And that's everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere,
That's
it's not just in this industry. It may take you longer, it will be a much difficult road, but it's still the same. You have to be, like the work will come to you. If you're good at your job, it will come to you. And if you're a sincere person, it will come to you.
Guys, isn't it amazing that everything that you are saying feels like the synopsis of 12th fail?
But we have related to the film so much as
मतलब अभी मुझे लगा
outsiders.
भी धीरे थोड़ी देर बाद बोलेंगे कि that just restart करो.
But
It's so beautiful.
we
That's what I'm
really
trying to
do
say.
relate.
That's
Like the
true.
audiences, we are also normal people. So we have also related to Manoj's. I have played Shraddha and I deeply relate to Shraddha's character. But I also relate to Manoj's character so much.
Yeah.
Because the struggle, of course, the financial struggle is very different. We can't compare our struggle to Manoj sir's struggle. But the internal struggle, whenever you have a big dream and you want to pursue it, your situations and your self-doubt, everything is the same, pretty much. So we have deeply related to the film.
Okay, another person, and of course, I'm sure you all are also missing him, is the director, of
Yes.
course, Vidhu Vinod Chopra ji. And we hear that for a good performance on the sets, आपको 20 रुपए मिलते थे.
जी.
कुछ बताएं इसके बारे में. How many 20 rupees did you all get?
Many. We've not gotten, not encashed, na?
नहीं, मुझे मिल गया था. मैं तो उसी वक्त लेके निकला था.
मुझे 100 रुपए मिले.
मैं सारा लेके निकला. मैं कुछ, मेरे ख्याल से मुझे कुछ 380 ऐसे कुछ मिले हैं टोटल.
No, I have to speak to the person who used to note things down and I will encash it.
So
from
what would
Sir
happen
soon.
exactly?
So whenever somebody gives a great performance, okay, so and Sir is very happy, like a child. He will get up, 20 rupees to Medha, 20 rupees to Vikrant, isko 20 rupees do. And somebody is noting it down on a piece of paper, like in his phone or whatever, and then it's encashed in total. And this used to be the highlight
Yeah, highlight of the day.
the day on set.
Okay, so 25 weeks. This is a final question that I'd like to ask you all. 25 weeks of this beautiful film that we are celebrating. If you all could go back and change one thing, what would it be?
About the film?
Yes.
What? Nothing. I'm not touching it only. It's precious as it is.
हाँ मतलब वो individually ऐसा लगता है, not collectively as a film. I think this film was near perfect, you know, and very seldom does this happen. I think Vidhu Vinod Chopra sir has done what a lot of people aspire to.
Yeah.
And it's a near perfect film. It's a near flawless film. वो individually मुझे लगता है कि कुछ जगह वही hindsight वाली बात है कि ये ऐसा कर सकता था, I could have bettered this or I could have bettered that. But then ये सारी चीजें retrospect वाली हैं तो फिर I think there's no point in talking about it.
But as an actor, you'll never be fully
हाँ,
satisfied.
you'll never be fully
ना, with
satisfied.
their
मुझे ऐसा लगता है
performance.
कि कुछ चीजें जो अभी जैसे मैंने for example बहुत ही minor चीजें हैं पर वो मुझे पता है.
हाँ, correct.
तो I rather not speak about it.
हाँ, because for us
Yeah,
it's a film that बहुत दिनों के बाद ऐसी फिल्म आई जिसको वापस देखने का मन कर रहा है, और वो इसलिए क्योंकि पहली बार हमने शायद परफॉर्मेंस के लिए देखा, अब हम अपने लिए देखना चाहते हैं, तीसरी बार हम शायद किसी और वजह के लिए देखना चाहेंगे. सो गाइस, आई एम सो हैप्पी,
Thank you so
आई एम सो
much.
हैप्पी मैन.
Thank you,
This is
Urmin.
a win-win situation for all of us. So
Thank you.
congratulations
Thank you.
to everyone.
And I on behalf of, I'm sure Medha and the entire team would also want to extend my gratitude to Bollywood Hungama.
Yes.
You know, you guys have been so supportive. You guys have been so kind since day one.
Yeah.
And here we are again celebrating the Silver Jubilee. So thank you for helping us reach out to the audiences. Thank you so much for backing our film and you know being one of the loudest cheerleaders for our film.
Always,
Thank you.
always. I'd like to also mention the other supporting actors who
All of
played
them.
such important roles
yes.
And have created a family that 12th Fail is worth watching for. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Urmin.
Urmin.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
watching
so
us in
much.
Bollywood Hungama. My name is Urmin. Medha, Shankr, Vikrant, Massey. आप तो जानते हैं.
Hi guys, I'm Vikrant Massey
Hi, I'm Medha Shankar.
and you're watching us on
Bollywood Hungama.